want to talk to you a little bit about influence networking, or using your sphere of influence to find your next job. Hi, I'm Bob Britz. I'm the founder of Career Coach Services. Now at Career Coach, we have a 4-stage process that we've developed called the Career Coach System. And the first part is designed to help you uncover your passions and what you really enjoy doing. The second part is assessments, helping further refine that and focus it into specific jobs with different motivations and availabilities and things like that. Third phase, obviously, resume, LinkedIn cover letter, the basic stuff that really anyone can take a look at. But the final phase is sphere of influence, or influence networking. And I was explaining to a client today what that actually is and does for you. And when you think about going out and getting for a job these days, the main thing people do is they go to the internet and they find a job either in the company website or an online website, and they easy apply, or they apply through the internet. The results of that tend to be very fruitless. In fact, I've had people stand up in lectures that I've been giving and tender that they have submitted 200, 400. The highest was a gentleman who had submitted 3 times a day, 5 days a week, since January. And at the time it was July, which meant he had done 575 submissions. And I asked him, what results did you get? And he said, I had 2 phone call interviews and that was it. Now, there's other things going on with his search that need to be improved as well. But nonetheless, without guidance from a coach, this is what people end up doing. Wasting tons and tons and tons of time to mostly get rejections and get ghosted. And that's very demoralizing for you, whether you're a college student coming out or someone in your 50s trying to move towards retirement. It's demoralizing to work in a system like that. So sphere of influence and influence networking has a completely different approach. It's actually the way that I got all 15 of my jobs throughout my entire career before I opened Career Coach Services 15, 16 years ago. What it does is it creates a narrative of what you want. When you go talk to a friend and say, I'm looking for a job, it's hard to organize your conversation in a way that really relays to them fully what it is you're looking for. For example, what job title are you looking for? Do they understand what that means? And what pay scale makes sense for you? The last thing you want is for someone like your mom go, oh yeah, I got a great job for you. And you say, great mom, what is it? She tells you, and you say, well, how much does it pay? And she says, $36,000 a year. And you go, Mom, I need about 6 times more than that. And so you get people that don't match up with you very well when you're having those conversations just on a casual basis. So we create the narrative that talks about the job title, the wages, the type of industry you want to be in, the location, the commute you want, the management style, the teamwork, the collaboration, the product, the service, everything in 6 or 8, 10 lines that really encapsulates what it is you're looking for. So when you have a conversation with somebody, you have a kind of an agenda you can stick to avoid talking about the kids and soccer and everything else, and really tend to focus on your career development. From there, we create a listing of people that you know. We rank them on how well they know you and how influential that you feel that they are, and then help you work with them down the list in order by the people who are the highest on the list down to the bottom, to have conversations not about getting a job, about really in tuning your career, getting their feedback, their opinion. Everyone loves giving you their opinion about things, and when you ask them for their opinion, it's wonderful most of the time. And they're more than happy to sit with you for an hour, half an hour, and chat about that, with the intention of finding out whether they have someone else that they know that they can refer you to move forward in your career process. Maybe someone in a company or someone in the industry that's going to move you just a step closer to that next job. And in doing so, you get moved through the process. And we found that the old 6 degrees of separation with Kevin Bacon, some of you don't even know who Kevin Bacon is, which is kind of hilarious. But in any case, it used to be 6 steps to get to where you wanted to go, 6 relationship connections. We found that's typically about 3. The person that you know, the person that they refer you to, and then they pop you into somebody in a company that can chat with you. So the oddity is, you'll sit down with someone talking about their job search and they'll say, what are you doing? And you say, well, I had lunch with the CEO of, large corporation this afternoon. And they look at you and go, how'd you get a lunch with the CEO? Well, my friend knows this woman who runs this business who knows the CEO personally and introduced me to him or her. And what happens from there is very simple. That executive, whether it's a CEO or a director or a VP or even a department manager, will walk down to human resources and say, you know what? That Jill lady that came in today, I want to hire her. How do I do that? And HR just lights up like a Christmas tree because they've avoided spending $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in fees for recruiting, and they've avoided all the time it takes to scan and vet candidates. Now, sometimes that goes against some of the policies they have in terms of reviewing enough people and talking to enough people, things like that. But you're still in the mix and you're ear tagged because that executive really wants to have you on the team. Now, this is a much faster process. It takes anywhere from 5 to 9 weeks typically for practically all of our clients in the last 2 years that I can think of found jobs within that time period. Much more easily, much more confidently, and oftentimes found better pay and better positions available to them because they used a process that didn't involve stuffing their resume into the internet a gillion times. If you'd like help on this, our coaches are experts in creating this system for you, highly customized, highly focused to you specifically and your job needs. And we help you execute it over the next 2 months after you start as part of the program. Reach out to us at www.careercoachsbc.com or just reach out to us on LinkedIn in the Messenger to myself or any of our coaches. We're in 10 states in Canada. We would love to help you find your next job. Thanks.